Hey, losers! Welcome to I's nanogram. We're working on the 84th Aqua puzzle. We haven't moved on to the story puzzles yet. But anyways, So, where do I begin? Okay. Now, this is probably gonna sound a little bit mean. Maybe a little bit bitchy. But I honestly do not care. I am angered, I feel betrayed, and I need to vent. So let's begin. Okay, so today is Saturday and yesterday was Friday. And my school had a flex day. 'Cause yay, flex days. And then me and my friend, Riley, not gonna say her last name because her first name is already overly generic. And I know that she's subbed to this channel, and I know that she's gonna find this video eventually. But anyways, this girl named Riley, well, I think she is. I don't know if she is anymore, but I definitely know that she was. She certainly was a friend of mine. Now, she is like a bit older than me. I think that she's like, I'm not actually gonna say her real age, but she has a few years on me. But nonetheless, unlike other people at my school, she keeps it relatively calm, relatively clean, and I enjoy that because for some dumb reason, instead of it being boys that are physically repulsed by me, it's now girls. And because of this, the only people my age that I actually hang out with are just guys. And at lunch they're constantly being just gross. They're always moaning and screaming for God knows what reason. It is very gross to watch, and I do not enjoy it one bit. But anyway, so because she is relatively clean, I enjoyed her company, and I actually didn't mind hanging out with her. It was really, really nice. But then, and how we hang out with her, and how that friendship started, she has to complain about being cold a lot during winter, so I would smack my hand against her forehead as a way to tell her to shut up. And she would get so confused as to why I was so warm. And I would say, 'cause I'm a lizard. And now, even though this friendship was interesting, but in a good way, that didn't last for long. 'Cause then a few weeks ago, not really a few weeks ago, it's like at the end of last year, a new girl showed up. And originally, Riley said that this new girl was following her around. And I didn't really know what to make of the situation. I just asked if she's sure that she just doesn't live there or something. Like if she lives nearby, I mean. And she says no, because look at how she stops at the corner. But turns out that she was just looking for traffic, and she did live nearby. She lived literally right where she turned every single day. And I thought that Riley was being kind of mean. And one day she brings up this video that this girl makes. And she claims that it was about her, even though it's obviously not about her, because she never did what this other girl who was in this other girl's story. She never did what that girl did. So clearly it wasn't about her. But nonetheless, she kept on insisting it was about her because this girl named this other girl from her story R. And Riley's name begins with an R. But I told her there's like a billion other Rileys. Riley is the most generic name possible. There's just a lot of people named Riley. But she wouldn't believe me. She just kept on insisting that it was about her, even though it wasn't. And she kept on going on and on about how I knew I didn't like this girl. Just look at her. She's such a butt face. Look at her. And this girl didn't even do anything. It was just sad. It was sad to see. And then, after a little while, we came back, and she just kept on getting more and more annoyed by weird stuff. Like a while ago when we walked back to her house, there was just some guys doing construction-y things in her neighbor's backyard, and they were having fun, just minding their own business. And she was like, "Ugh, God, so annoying." Like, Miss Girl, they're not even bothering you. You're just here to do work like everyone else, because work is important. You gotta work to eat. But I didn't actually say that. But nonetheless, she was still very annoyed. I thought that kind of strange. And then a little while after that, she asked me to walk home with her again. And I asked my mom, and my mom said yes. So we walked. So we walked to her place, and then we were just joking around, playing, like horse playing. And then she started getting a little violent. Now, nothing wrong with that. We all got a little carried away when we horseplay. That is something most children do. But she took it a little bit too far. And then I had to tell her to stop it, but she just would not stop it, and she kept on hitting me, and it hurt. But I just giggled because I'm weird like that. I don't really know how to express pain right. That's still a new concept for me. So I just giggle when I'm in pain. It's weird. I need to go see a doctor. Anyways, she just would not stop doing it, so I had to take her by the wrist and tell her to stop. And when she said that she would stop and I let her go, she just went back on it and kept doing it. And I didn't like that, so I just took her wrist and didn't let her go. Because I knew that she was just going to go right back to what she was doing before. which wasn't very nice. And then some weird lady came by and told us to stop, and she said that was her friend's mom. So we just stopped. And then then she told me that I was gonna get reported for just trying to defend myself. And that I should probably be wary at school tomorrow, because your mom is definitely gonna report me. And it's like, what is the school gonna do about it? That wasn't on their ground. This is out of their control. You know this. She kept on insisting that was gonna happen. And for some weird reason, she just really wanted to argue that day, and kept on going on about how I wasn't allowed to keep her from hitting me, and how I should have told her to stop, even though I did multiple times, and how it was technically not her fault because she didn't hear me, even though she should have been listening. Everyone knows that's the role of horseplay. And eventually we made up, and everything was fine again. And we just went on with our normal lives. I came around and walked her home a few times. We went out into town once. It was nice. We had a dandy old time. Until yesterday. So it was bright and early in the morning. And it was a cold, cold morning. My toes were frosting overnight, and it was painful. Very, very painful. I did not enjoy it one bit. And she did the dumb mistake of wearing shorts that day, and a red hoodie on top of it, along with a tight ponytail and bright pink makeup. And I said that it looked nice on her, 'cause it did. I even complimented her on her color matching abilities. And then I just had a normal dandy old day. Then when we came back, she asked me to walk her home. And like usual, I said yes. 'Cause that's how it goes. And then she okay, then we walked her home, and on our way up, she just kept watching TikTok while walking. And she was being very annoyed that day, because like a couple of kids walked by with pickles, and they were munching on pickles while chatting. So he stepped out of the way for them, and she felt offended when they didn't say thank you. Like, ma'am, I did not have to do that. They were just a bunch of kids just eating pickles. They didn't expect us to be here. They don't have to thank us for anything. But she was still weirdly offended. I didn't really think much of it. I just thought that she was PMSing. Maybe. Because I know that was like a few days ago. And so then we kept on walking. And then we made it to our other friends. Let's name her. Let's name her Titania. So I made it to Titania's house, and it was her little dog. It was barking at us real loudly. And I just thought that it was excited to see us. But nope, it wanted to bite my hand off. And while we were over there, she asked me if I wanted to come to her house that day, but I said no, I gotta make lunch. Because I didn't eat lunch at home. And she said that was stupid, and I called her face stupid. But she didn't actually say that me having to make lunch was stupid. She was actually saying that the reason why I had to make lunch was stupid because it was a flex day that day, and that meant I can just make lunch at home. And I didn't have to eat at school. Because I don't like eating in public. And she called that stupid, so I just called her face stupid. And she got really offended by that. Which was super, super dumb. Because everyone knows that, your face is stupid. Is like the childish insults of childish insults. You never should take that seriously. But she was still very offended by me calling her face stupid. So she told me to call my mom about it. So I did. And my mom yelled at us to stop calling her because she was trying to take a nap, which I thought was funny. And she did too. But she was still very offended by me calling her face stupid and told me to go back home. And so I tried to go a little bit further so I could make a cross. But she told me no, she didn't want me following her. Even though I wasn't actually following her, I just wanted to make a cross further up. And she told me to just go home again and again and again. And then when I finally did decide to go home, she yelled at me to come back. And I was just so weirded out because, do you want me to go home or do you want me to stay? Do you want me to go home or do you want me to stay? Make up your mind. It was very mean of her. I get confused really easily, and that was just extremely confusing. But in the end, I just left, and on my way out, she insulted my outfit that day, and then I insulted hers. Because she was wearing a hoodie and shorts on a freezing cold day. And she looked stupid wearing them. Even though they did actually look good on her. But the concept of the outfit was just stupid. No one should wear that in public. And then I just went back home and made my lunch, which was rice-a-roni, cheese and broccoli, with chicken fajitas. Let's hear what else. And a dessert platter made up of chocolate, cookies, gummy bears, and berries. And while I was eating, she banned my phone 7 different times. And each time was just quicker than the last. And when I finally picked up I was like midway through my meal, and she started demanding an apology. And I asked her, why should I? Because technically speaking, I didn't do anything wrong. She's the one in the wrong. And she said that I should apologize for calling her outfit stupid. And I was like, well, bitch, you called mine stupid first. And then she said, well, at least I dressed normal. Like wearing a hoodie and shorts in the middle of a freezing cold day was normal. It's not very normal, by the way. And then we bickered a bit more. And then she just hung up on me. And then she called me back. And when I called her back, I said, hello. Because that's what I do when people call me. And she replied with, really? Not even an apology? Actually, she didn't reply with that immediately. What she did reply was, so what do you have to say to me? And I just said, I'm eating my dinner. What do you want from me? And she said, really? Not even an apology? Which was even weirder, because I didn't do anything. Well, I didn't do anything wrong. She's the one who started it. She should have expected it. She did the same thing to me first, so why can't I do the same thing to her? And then she just hung up on me and told me to wait for her by the bus stop. Which is weird. But I mean, whatever. It's fine. I have already claimed my social media thing of what actually happened. So now somebody knows, and she is going to see this later. Maybe. It really just depends on how fast it gets to her. I am not famous yet. I'm only semi-demi famous. So it's probably gonna take a long while. But do know that she is up to this channel, so she might find it. And I hope that she does. But now I'm not really too sure what to do about this. But I definitely know that I'm gonna come to school on Monday with a mad face. A very, very mad face. Because you shouldn't say mean stuff about someone and not expect them to say similar mean stuff to you. Because that is just dumb. That is very, very dumb. You hear that, kids? If you do that, I'm gonna be very, very disappointed in you. And disappointment isn't a good thing. You shouldn't disappoint people. Actually, it is okay to disappoint people, but only people who deserve to be disappointed. Anyways, I swear, if she calls me back asking for an apology ever again, I'm just gonna block her. That goes for anybody. I don't care if you're my best friend, my mother, even my father, and I'm scared to death of my father. If you say something mean about me, straight to my face in conversation, I will say something mean to you back. And you should expect that. And depending on how much I like you, it's probably going to be on a similar scale, a lower scale, or a lot meaner scale. Sorry about that. My parents just came back into the house. I think. Anyways, that's not important right now. What is important is that today I just got all my feelings out and I feel better. But don't say mean stuff about people and expect them not to say anything back. That's very stupid. That's a very stupid thing of you to do. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And unsubscribe if you're Riley. I don't want you watching my stuff. That is gross and creepy. Because, internet stalking. Disgusting. And, I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!